Nick, thank you. I want to get your 9 things to know this morning. I-49 is back open after a deadly and fiery wrong-way crash yesterday. Missouri State Troopers say a driver of a van was going northbound in the southbound lanes north of Peculiar on 49 when it crashed into a semi, and then the semi hit another semi. Troopers say the wrong-way driver died. One of the truck drivers has minor injuries but is expected to be okay.
Jackson County Sheriff's Office detectives are investigating the death of a man at the who was at the Jackson County Detention Center. Deputies say that the man had an medical emergency Sunday, so paramedics took him to the hospital, and that's where he died yesterday. Jail staff say they did not touch the man. The county medical examiner will be working to determine the cause of death.
Federal government shutdown is now into day 22 and is the second longest in American history. Republicans and Democrats are at an impasse about extending tax credits for the Affordable Care Act. Democrats want it as part of a budget bill. Republicans, who run the House and Senate, want to talk about it after the government reopens, but both sides say they're not willing to budge.
We're going to have a lot of folks who are facing food insecurity for the first time potentially, and those who are already experiencing food insecurity who depend on the SNAP program.
State agencies warn about 187,000 Kansans and 600,000 Missourians are at risk of losing government food assistance because of the shutdown and new work requirements passed by Congress earlier this year. SNAP program, food stamps, funded partly by states and partly by Congress.
Well, staffing shortages of air traffic controllers at major airports are impacting thousands of flights in the U.S. Last night, Chicago's O'Hare, Newark, and Houston all reported delays as a result of being short-staffed. The Secretary of Transportation says some of the staffing issues are a result of air traffic controllers calling out sick to protest the government shutdown. They are supposed to be working without pay until a budget's passed.
I do think we can change Putin's calculus, that he will realize that the price he has to pay to control Ukraine is too high.
NATO Secretary General will meet with President Trump and congressional lawmakers today. They're expected to discuss Ukraine's request for long-range missile systems, as well as the president's canceled plans to meet face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Well, the Louvre is back open, set to reopen today after Sunday's theft of an estimated $102 million in crown jewels. The Louvre has been closed as the investigation into the theft has been underway. No arrests have been made, and investigators are looking into a blowtorch and an angle grinder found at the scene.
Missouri Gaming Commission is set to issue temporary licenses for some sports betting companies today. Sports betting will go live in Missouri on December 1st, and today's move will get the ball rolling for casinos to set up legal sports books. The state gave DraftKings and Circa direct mobile licenses in August.
Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce is teaming up with investment firm Jana Partners, as well as other investors, to help reshape Six Flags entertainment operations. Throughout his social media accounts, Kelce has posted that he's been a lifelong Six Flags fan, and he couldn't pass up a chance to make the parks even more special for the next generation. It's worth noting Six Flags owns Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun. Way to go.
There you go. Diversifying. You saw Patrick Mahomes had his hand in all kinds of sports teams and said, roller coasters, that's the ticket.
Restaurants and roller coasters.
That's right. Seeing people splash in a pool right now, ooh, it's chilly out.